The 7-star Awakening Gem. Hi everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to a brand new video. You may have noticed that you can, in the Shards crystal section, see a 7-star Awakening Gem. You also might notice that there's a Shards crystal, which is a bit bizarre. I have differing thoughts when it comes to the 7-star Awakening Gem, and also Kabam have answered as to why it's in there, when and how we'll hear more information in the future. I also wanted to bring in some thoughts from the whale community that have been a little bit, not every whale when it comes to like high spenders in the game, but a good chunk of them have been disappointed in the options to gather better rewards like tier 7 basics. And I think if you thought that was going to be in these deals, I don't, you shouldn't, really shouldn't. Kabam would save that for something like the banquet event, with the top end of rank being something like tier 7 basic fragments. So with that thought in mind, let's go into a bit more detail as to what people are saying and also the structure. So first of all, I like the idea of having these as shards that you could acquire through time, but we have gone through a year where 7 stars have become more prevalent. People have been able to gather 7 stars a lot more frequently. And even now with the Super Daily event, you're able to get at least a better opportunity to get 7 stars. More so, of course, if you're Valiant. And also there's been free 7 stars being given out. The means to awaken them has been a difficult one, hasn't it? I personally feel that there should have been at least one 7-star generic this year for players. But Kabam have a differing thought process around that. A lot of people getting 7 stars, a lot of people awakening them. Well, you know, it's a mixed one. Whatever thought you have, like, you know what I just said, that's my thoughts, my opinion, is that we should have had at least one 7-star Awakening Gem, but it is very mixed. I went onto the forums today to check out, you know, what people were saying and also see what Kabam was saying about them. Polygon put a poll up to say, I would have preferred seeing Awakening Gem limited to challenging content, rewards and unit offers, but also saying, what do you think about the most valuable resource in the game being turned into a crystal shard? Because trying to get it is 21,000 units. Some people also thought it was a great change, 23, 31%. I don't think it's a good idea. The game to shift the game towards splurging money for valuable resources over completing challenging content for them. That's 35%. I don't care. 33%. It's mixed, and that's always a big problem, isn't it? When everything's mixed, there's not like, well, it's great when you see 80% to 20%, or you see something. I think a lot of time when you give people 3 choices, you won't get a good result if you do 3. I've learned this the hard way. If you do 3, it's worse than 2. But even 2, like, I know there's always winners and losers. Especially when, like, I'm not going to bring politics into it. I hate dealing with politics and kind of like trying to make content. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, Kabam Crash said I think breaking into shards will allow them to give us part of an awakening gem for various in-game content. Most content isn't difficult / time intensive to justify a full 7-star awakening gem, apart from Necropolis. That's and the Crucible to a degree. But they could give us 10% of one, for example. Otherwise, the only content that would be able to give Awakening Gem would be story content and Everest content, which isn't released often. That's true. Sorry, the Predator actually kind of followed up with what I just said. But if the shards are just used for money deals and aren't earnable in-game, then I think it's a bad idea. And Crash said, this was the point of introducing shards. We aren't anywhere close to awarding full Awakening Gem for regular content or putting a full gem in an Odin. But with the introduction of Awakening Gem shards, we can both reward and sell portions of the Awakening Gems. I know it's hard to see, but by the middle of next year, it should be pretty clear that this is good for both players of the game. But I guess so. Also, will it be in the live stream? Because there was another follow-up question to this. Will the stream coming up on Wednesday touch on Banquet, GGC, and GGC? Greater Gifting Crystal. Greater Banquet Crystal. And the Everest content rewards curious on the appearance of Awakening Gem awards shards in both of those events. And that's a very good point. The follow-up to that is we'll be talking about Banquet, not specifics, but overall format. Right, that's interesting for me, but of course, I'm interested in rank rewards for obviously dissection purposes and the tier 7 basic. Is it going to be in it? Also, I suppose the format changes. Also, what's in the Greater Banquet Crystal? Because that's another very big part of this. What's in that? Because people will invest a lot of units into it. I'm providing some overall details of Everest content and rewards. So, endgame content will be touched upon. That's really good news. I know there are people out there that get. I'm bored of the agonies and woes. I just after a while notice. I know Kabam, the way they put it out, the format's cool for them to do that. I just get bored of the same format over and over again. Like more crucibles, much more content like that. Like crucibles, or even the next Everest piece of content. Is it going to be the next Necropolis? I don't know why I said the wrong thing. I was going to say Crucible. The next Crucible. That's going to be exciting. And also people may have that, again, difference of opinions of where they spend their units. As much as next week will be invest in a Banquet event. It may be about save units and do the endgame piece of content. You'll be the Everest piece of content. You're going to be like this, weighing up your options. Well, you know the rewards from it. Again, like you'll be given specifics of investment and going, which one's going to be the one I invest in. Also, will it be shard based? No, will it be a progression title? Will you win a new progression title from it? Because I'm seeing plenty of people talk about the extent of rewards quality versus doing Everest content to get something, good from it. Like, this may be the way you dupe your 7-star Maestro. This may be the way that you get a new progression. And those are going to be some big variables for players to consider as to where they take their rosters, where they take their progression, where they take everything when it comes to MCOC. So there's a lot to take in with that. I did also see, and I need to find the post of it, but there was a really interesting discussion about getting a new progression title. I'll put a link to this in the description if you want to get involved with it. But it's surprising, isn't it, where people are at? Is there a call, like as Tarek puts, they know somebody with 31 rank 3 7-stars. I have 9. I can do a 10th, and I can get an 11th just by doing another piece of content. And then I'm already caught up. I'm caught up with everything. I should have been involved with Cyber Weekend deals. I'm not doing it this year because my unit's going to Banquet, or this new event, whatever's coming. And I should have done July 4th deals, but I didn't have enough units at the time. And also having to get a rank 3 from that takes a lot of effort. So yeah, we're all like a very weird place when it comes to like being Valiant. It's first world progression problems, especially if you're only sitting on 10. Same with me, I'm sitting on 10. I'm non-spending in the game, so yeah, trying to get those pretty difficult. There is somebody in here like Will has there 13. 11 rank 3s. There was somebody, this player here, 16 rank 3s as a free-to-play player. They may be more top-end, and they, I would say, have been involved with Cyber Weekend deals. I mean, they're saying there, Cyber Weekend is incredible. I do think it's time for rank 4s and progression title. And this may be something that drops next year. Like, I'd say wait a week, and we'll find it from Kabam if this is going to see new progression, new titleage and stuff like that. I thought this was a very interesting topic to bring to you today, especially with Kabam Crash looking at stuff and kind of looking at the state of things. This was the depreciation year. A lot of people thought that we were getting more than we were going to get. But of course, that's not always the case, especially when it comes to Kabam and what they plan for the new year. But they did say this year they would not be doing a Everest piece of content like Necropolis, which was last year, right? They said that it would be more like this of woe stuff. And then next year is likely when we see the Everest content return back. And I suppose everything takes time. everything needs to be Hercules proofed, and yeah, whatever happens, we'll find out next week. That's been the video. Thank you very much for watching. I'm now going to go off to get my hair cut. There's only one video that's going to be posted tomorrow. There's 2 more left for today. I'm going to have a bit of a chilled Sunday because I've got a lot on to prep in the house. And I'll see you all in the next one. Have a lovely day and goodbye. Cheers.